Hi, today we're going to do some pickling. I'm going to pickle some mushrooms, specifically, these enoki mushrooms. Look how beautiful they are. Lovely, delicate enoki mushrooms. And they're delicious pickled, and particularly delicious if they're pickled in this Chinkiang vinegar. It's a black vinegar made in the eastern province of China, the Jiangsu province of China. Chinkiang vinegar's got a really distinctive flavour. It's a very strong flavour. I had it on my dumplings, and you don't need much because it is so pungent, so strong. It's beautiful, beautiful woody, malty fragrance to it. It's lovely. So we're going to pickle enoki mushrooms in that today, and we're also going to add some coriander for you Americans out there, cilantro, specifically the roots. Coriander is related to carrots, and with carrots we eat the roots. Coriander we eat the roots as well. Every part of the coriander is edible. The roots are particularly strong in flavour. They're way stronger than the stems or the leaves. So we're going to pickle those in with the enoki and the Chinkiang vinegar because they'll impart some of their fragrance into the mushroom, and they'll also pick up some of the Chinkiang vinegar as well. So to eat them, you just pop them in your mouth and chew on them. They're a bit fibrous, but they're really delicious. All in all, a really nice little accompaniment to any Asian dish. It's very, very nice stuff. So, yum. Okay, we're going to cut the base off the enoki. Can you see that? Yeah, little skanky bits at the bottom there. So just cut that off. And they'll still stay together somewhat. Just check to see if there's any other little bits of gunge in there. By gunge, I'm sure you know what I mean. Now we're going to cook these up a little. Okay, I've got a little pan on there. Throw these in. And just add some water. I'll just spread the heat out and stop it from charring or overcooking underneath. So just doesn't cook for long, you just do it for a few minutes just to soften them all up. Get back to you in a minute. Now the coriander. Just chop the roots off and we'll be cleaning them up. So throw them in some cold water and just rub them over. Can't really see what I'm doing there. You just rub them over. Trim off any excess. So you're left with that sort of thing. Doesn't look great, but it tastes delicious. And we'll also be adding a few stems in there as well in the whole mix. Maybe just, yeah, I don't know, that much, sort of. As usual, a very imprecise recipe. Oops. Everything's imprecise. Of course, we need garlic, so I've got, I think, about 10 cloves of garlic here. A bit of a crush. That will get all the oils released and they'll all start intermingling and doing what they do best. It also makes it easier to peel. Be trimming off all the the horrible bits of the garlic. Other than that, just keeping it all intact. Okay, we'll pack the jars. I've actually got 2 packets of enoki mushrooms that I did. So I'll put half in one jar, half in the other. I would normally use my fingers, but because you're watching, I'll try and do it with tongs, which is going to be really comical and messy. You know know what? I think I'm going to need bigger jars. Yeah, I'll put these in. And in the next shot, there'll be bigger jars. So just rest assured they're the same batch. So we've got that. This is some of the coriander roots in each of them. Some of the stems. Just chuck them all in. Yes, I apologise for my lack of grace with this, but you know, I'm just not very graceful, I guess. Yeah, that'll do. But as I said before, it's a imprecise recipe. Most of my recipes are really imprecise. Hopefully you'll just understand that you put in as much as you want to your taste. Okay, what we're doing here is making the solution now. We've got 100 grams each of salt and sugar, 300 ml of vinegar, white vinegar, and 300 ml of water, or thereabouts. Boil it up. Oh, hang on. Throw in the garlic. And boil that up. When it boils and the sugar and salt have dissolved, take it off and pour it in. Oops, so I've started doing the vinegar without telling you. Putting about 75 ml of vinegar in each pot. There we have the vinegar in the little pots. And we'll top it up with the pickling solution in a minute. Looking at it now, there's quite a lot in there in each one of these. These are, I mean, they're not metric, these are the American ball jars. So there's less than half a litre in here. What I might do is transfer it into a bigger jar, just mix them all in. Well, here we are. Great way to instill confidence in me. Yeah, so I've put it all in this jar here, which is probably a bit of overkill, but anyway. So what we've got there is the 2 packs of the enoki mushrooms, an amount of coriander roots, cilantro roots, depending on which side of the Atlantic you come from, and some coriander stems. We've got 300 ml of water, 300 ml of vinegar, 100 grams of salt, 100 grams of sugar, and a handful of garlic cloves boiling away there. There's a couple of 100 ml of Chinkiang vinegar in here. There you go. I've never actually made a batch this big before. That's why I cocked up. But you know, you get that. The more you learn. Okay, here we go. As you can see, I've got the vinegar. Gee, that's breathtaking. Can you see that? I'm going to pour it all in. There we go. Mix it all in. Close it off, look at that. Nice big batch of pickled enoki in coriander and Chinkiang vinegar. Beautiful. This, keep this in the fridge for a while. You'll probably end up eating it pretty quickly. Well, I do anyway. There. Well, it's ready. I mean, it'll get stronger as it sits. The flavours will improve. But look, it's ready to go now, really. Once it cools down, you could have it with dinner. So I hope you enjoy that.